Hello, on the deprogramming hour tonight, we have some local puppeteers. We're going to do some selections from Alice in Wonderland. I'm going to let them introduce themselves.
My name is Candice Burridge.
My name is Kervin Peralta.
Hi, I'm Darnell Winstone.
And Candice, how is this organized, this Alice in Wonderland sequence we're going to see?
It's the Alice and the Caterpillar scene, and we performed it originally at the Lower East Side Festival of the Arts in May at Theater for the New City, and we all puppeteered it together. Michael Sanders, unfortunately, was just doing it with us, but he had to go grocery shopping, so he's no longer here. But we're all puppeteers that work together at the Swedish Cottage Marionette Theater in Central Park.
Excellent. So I think we're going to cut to the performance right now.
Oh dear, I'd nearly forgotten that I've got to grow up again. Let me see, how is it to be managed? I suppose I ought to eat or drink something or others, but the great question is what?
Who are you?
I hardly know, sir, just at present. At least I know who I was when I got up this morning, but I think I must have changed several times since then.
What do you mean by that?
I can't explain myself, I'm afraid, sir, because I'm not myself, you see.
I don't see.
Well, I'm afraid I can't put it more clearly, for I can't understand myself to begin with. And being so many different sizes in a day is very confusing.
It isn't.
Well, perhaps you haven't found it out yet, but when you have to turn into a chrysalis, you will someday, you know. And then after that into a butterfly, I should think you would feel a little queer, wouldn't you?
Not a bit.
Well, perhaps your feelings may be different. All I know is it would feel very queer to me.
You? Who are you?
I think you ought to tell me who you are first.
Why? Come back. I've got something important to say. Keep your temper.
Is that all?
No. So you think you've changed, do you?
I'm afraid I am, sir. I can't remember things as I used to. And I don't keep the same size for 10 minutes altogether.
Can't remember what things?
Well, I've tried to say, how doth the little busy bee, but it came out all different.
Repeat. You are old, Father William.
You are old, Father William, the young man said, and your hair has become very white. And yet you incessantly stand on your head. Do you think at your age it is right?
In my youth,
Father William replied to his son,
I fear it might injure the brain. But now I'm perfectly sure I have none. Why, I do it again and again.
You are old, said the youth, as I mentioned before, and have grown most uncommonly fat. yet you turned a back somersault in at the door? Pray, what is the reason of that?
In my youth,
Said the sage, as he shook his grey locks,
I kept all my limbs very supple. By the use of this ointment, 1 shilling a box, allow me to sell you a couple?
You are old, said the youth, and your jaws are too weak for anything tougher than suet. Yet you finished the goose with the bones and the beak. Pray, how did you manage to do it?
In my youth, said the father, I took to the law and argued each case with my wife. And the muscular strength which it gave to my jaw has lasted the rest of my life.
You are old, said the youth. One would hardly suppose that your eye was as steady as ever. Yet you balanced an eel at the end of your nose. What made you so awfully clever?
I have answered 3 questions, and that is enough,
said his father.
Don't give yourself airs. Do you think I can listen all day to such stuff? Be off, or I'll kick you downstairs.
That is not said right.
Not quite right, I'm afraid. Some of the words have got altered.
It is wrong from beginning to end. What size do you want to be?
Oh, I'm not particular to a size, only one doesn't like to change so often, you know.
I don't know. Are you content now?
Well, I should like to be a little larger, sir, if you wouldn't mind. 3 inches is such a wretched height to be.
It's a very good height indeed.
But I'm not used to it. I wish the creatures wouldn't be so easily offended.
You'll get used to it in time. One side will make you grow taller, and the other side will make you grow shorter.
One side of what? The other side of what?
Of the mushroom.
Now which is which?